Past, present, and future, the Indian River Golf Club has a long and fascinating history. In the early 1920s, an ardent group of golfers from the Columbus Beach Club organized and developed a 9-hole golf facility. The course opened for play in 1923 as Burt Lake Golf Club and was reorganized in 1957 as Indian River Golf Club. During the Great Depression, the membership dropped to 15 dedicated souls who saved the club by digging into their own pockets. This community spirit continues to this day, and the Indian River Golf Club is a viable community asset, providing a beautiful, well-maintained facility for the citizens and tourists in the area. Through the hard work and perseverance of many members and employees, the Indian River Golf Club grew, expanding from 9 to 18 holes. This video is the story of how that little course, started in the 1920s, grew to become the best-kept secret in the North. It is a tribute to those men and women who made it happen. The original 9-hole course remained relatively untouched until the 1960s, when 2 new holes were constructed and the layout revised. During the winter of 1980 and 81, a major renovation and remodeling of the clubhouse took place, featuring a panoramic view of the course, a modern grill, a lounge, and a pro shop. Then, on August 7, 1983, a major development plan to add 9 holes in conjunction with a residential development around the perimeter was approved by the board and membership. 66 acres of land was donated to the golf club for the expansion by Herbert Link. The board: Roland A. Dagwell, President; Dominic F. Zullo, Vice President; Charles H. Bobian, Secretary; George J. Brody, Treasurer; and Trustees: Richard A. Grabowski, Harry Maybank, Lee Morrow, Harold North, and William Weiss, Jr., along with the Golf Course Expansion Committee. Lee Morrow, Chairman; Charles H. Bobian, Secretary. Members: Herthrold Demerit, Clayton Hatch, Elbert Johnson, Sheldon Little, Carl McPherson, Harold North, Russell Rudick, Bert Visnow, William Weiss, Jr., and Dominic F. Zullo. The General Manager, Philip L. France, Green Committee Chairman Carl McPherson, and Golf Course Superintendent Patrick Whitman rounded out the dedicated group that were responsible for getting the ball rolling on this major development. They and the dedicated members that followed worked tirelessly to convert this beautiful part of the Northern Michigan woods into the 18-hole championship course we enjoy today. Planning and design. Golf course architect Warner Bowen was selected by the board to design the new golf holes and develop specifications for construction. The initial concept drawing called for the new 9 holes to be completely separate from the current course. After studying Bowen's initial routing plan, it was obvious that it could not be approved. The 18th green was situated where the present number 5 tee is, and it would mean a long walk back to the clubhouse for the many walking players in the club. Over the winter months, Course Superintendent Patrick Whitman and Green Committee Chairman Carl McPherson developed a revised routing plan that incorporated the new 9 with the rework of some of the existing 9 holes. So after several months of design work and planning meetings, a plan was approved with a budget of $300,000. The club elected to act as its own contractor, with the architect supervising. Course Superintendent Patrick Whitman agreed to act as Assistant Superintendent of Construction. This decision saved the club at least $10,000 per hole. Construction of additional 9. Drawings, plans, prints, and pictures are great, but where it's really made is in the field. Tree clearing started on September 21, 1983, and the official groundbreaking ceremony for the expansion took place on October 8, 1983. Before completion of the project, Dominic Zullo became president. Larry Middleton was elected vice president. Charles Bobian remained secretary, and John Embach became the new treasurer. The trustees were Herthrold, Hurt Demerit, George McElroy Jr., Harold D. North, Thomas Soltis, and Charles Lang became Green Committee chairman. There was much to do before the ribbon cutting and dedication ceremonies of the new championship course. Each hole had to be staked out. The topsoil had to be cleaned, then stripped and stockpiled. The subsoil was then sculptured to form the features of the greens, tees, and fairways. Then the topsoil was placed evenly over the subsoil. It was then cleaned again, box floated, and hand raked. However, before seeding, the irrigation system had to be installed. Then came the final smoothing, and with the seed planted, course superintendent Patrick Whitman was responsible for nurturing the turf to maturity. Finally, the bunker features were created and lined with sand. So it was with great fanfare and a champagne brunch that the grand opening of the new Back Nine was celebrated with a ribbon-cutting ceremony on number 10 tee, June 29, 1986.
I now dedicate this championship golf course, Indian River Golf Club. May you all have good scores. Don't worry about the balls going to the lake, that's my concession. May this course and all of our members and guests enjoy good health, happiness, and success for many, many years. Here we go. Thank you.
The club grew by leaps and bounds, spurred on by golf's growing popularity with the general public and increased membership. Gene Maybank, general manager from 1987 to 2001, was a very busy man, especially during the planning and construction of the new clubhouse in 1995. The completion of the new holes did not mean the end of construction. Some areas of the old course had to be rebuilt to match the quality level of the new holes. With the experience gained on the expansion project, course superintendent Patrick Whitman became the club's in-house construction supervisor. The first major project was rebuilding number 18 green, the old number 8. Pleased with the results, the club continued with yearly improvements: tees, bunkers, greenside mounding, ponds, irrigation reservoir enlargements, and countless others. In this 20-year period, major irrigation improvements were made, mainly automated double-row fairway sprinklers. A new driving range was constructed, and by this time, Dean Thompson, assistant course superintendent, was on board. He was very helpful in this and future projects. Progress is often a difficult thing. The expansion program necessitated the intense dedication and commitment of many members, the Board of Trustees, and the expansion committee members. Everyone was rewarded with a challenging USGA-rated championship quality course, 6,750 yards of exciting play. Over the last 83 years, the club has struggled in hard times and prospered in good times. Without the generosity and hard work of members and the course superintendent and his crews through the years, this course wouldn't be able to brag about being the best-kept secret in the North. The community is fortunate to have this championship 18-hole course for members and visitors to enjoy for years to come.